Grab a stick! Shrieked Jenny, suddenly remembering Dewey's lameness and becoming concerned for his safety. I'll go first, Rady, she suggested, then Liz, so we can help her. Hope that goat stays away. Hurry! That sure is a mean goat. Do you suppose the captain has possessed him? Liz queried, as Jenny guided the child's fat toes into the appropriate crevices in the wall, wrenching her neck in the process of glancing repeatedly over her bronze shoulders. Liz descended in good shape, and Rady followed, remarkably cool, neat, and unruffled as usual. Echoes of conflict permeated the woods, however, as in the near distance shouts from Dewey and the cacophony of bahs and wahs circulated. Guess we should make for the creek. You and Liz can wait out to the middle somewhere, and I'll go back to help Dewey, Jenny ordered. They sped down the rough ravine past the front door of the factory, and sneaking around the side of the crumbling west wall, made their way amidst the pines, blackbriars, and rocks to the small gold-strewn beach where they had initially landed. Liz, clutched on either side by both hands, stumbled frequently as she glanced backward to assess their condition. Jenny was fearful for the small child. The goat, if he cornered her, could easily knock her down and probably break a few bones. They had barely reached a large jutting escarpment out in the stream when the cantankerous fellow, giving up on Dewey as a lost cause, bounded around the factory and bounded slightly after them. At first he seemed rather adept at finding his footing among the rocks, but the babbling water soon confused him, and he lost his footing among the myriad of stones. He leaped demonically from rock to rock, but the girls had effectively isolated themselves from any immediate pursuit. "Oh, run further downstream, Rady. Take Liz," Jenny commanded, laughing with excitement. "Okay, but be careful, Jenny," she sobbed, hurrying off, pulling her younger sister behind. Jenny looked around for a large stick. None was handy. Dewey appeared upstream and began rushing the goat from behind. Suddenly he caught his foot and went down. The goat turned and, leaping an eddy, galloped towards him, head lowered and poised for attack. Jenny desperately threw a large muddy stone and struck the animal broadside, staggering him. Turning in contortion, it was apparent that the angry spot doth glow on Caesar's brow. Jenny simultaneously grabbed for a large tree branch washing in the stream. At the same moment Dewey, gathering his wits, had gone for it. In her excited state, she wrestled the club from a stumbling Dewey who, losing his balance, fell back again into the icy cold stream. Turning, she lifted the club mightily to face the crazed animal in mortal combat. The animal charged. In a mighty fell swoop, wham! Jenny blasted the goat's forehead and dodged the stunned charge to the side. Dewey, up again, commanded, "Give me that stick, you crazy fool!" But the smell of blood was gleaming in Jenny's irate eyes. "No, oh God, you're hurt," she squealed. Looking down, it was evident to Dewey that he had rather severely banged his good knee. It was split open and streaming blood. "I can manage, Dewey. He'll soon tire," she hollered above the roaring waters. "He'll soon tire. I think I've scared him now. You go catch up to Rady." She gasped between violent lunges of breath. "Great balls of fire! Give me that stick!" Dewey repeated, scowling. But Jenny was too incensed to pay him any attention. She had risen to the occasion and was not to be denied the spoils of victory. "Come on, Billy boy, charge again, you big ugly fool," she incited. The animal charged again, leaping across the small stream, but both gladiators missed their targets, and each passed the other with no damage. "The stick, you idiot, the stick, I tell you," demanded Dewey, furiously. He tried to snatch it from her, unsuccessfully. Just then the goat decided to charge yet again. "No, look out, Dewey, be careful! You're crippled!" Dewey pressed forward, and with a deft lunging twist, wrenched Dewey's forearm and ripped the club from her grasp. "Ow, you big brute!" Jenny cried. "You're crazy," she added, clutching her crushed wrist. Dewey did not reply, for in the next few moments he hurled a stiff crack straight across the lowered horns, stunning the billy goat. The assault ceased, and the animal withdrew to the shore. "Go away, you boorish beast," Dewey assailed as he hurled a sizable stone. Perhaps tiring at last, or just losing interest in these unconventional invaders, the antagonist opted for a calm exit from the scene, bowing stiffly with an annoying nonchalance. "Now, what did you call me?" Dewey demanded, twisting on his rocky perch, steeling his piercing blue eyes. "Crazy idiot! You nearly broke my arm. You deserved it, you persnickety twit." The two adolescents glared at each other with the fierceness of angered rattlesnakes. Both were red-faced with exertion, heated and sunburned, chest heaving. It was an unbridled simmering of confused emotions between the two lifelong friends. "That's what you think, turkey breath," hurled Jennifer, now pumped into a rage. Tempers flared. "Just let me tell you, Miss Amazon Warrior, I don't take orders from no girls, least of all a skinny, foul-mouthed nit like you. If you expected me to chase after Rady and Liz while leaving the goat to you, then you're the crazy fool, not me," he blared. Jenny, uncontrollably incensed and not fully realizing the extremes of her behavior, stooped to pick up a floating mass of debris-covered pine cone, and not dawdling a minute, launched it at Dewey. "Take that, Mr. Know-it-all." Her aim was exceptionally good. A spiky branch of the cone ripped into Dewey's jaw as he dodged to avoid the projectile. Wiping his fingers to the wound and realizing blood had been drawn, he leaped towards her, took her by the elbows, and shook her forcefully with the intent of dunking her into the water. Jenny wrenched herself free, punched him in the chest, and stormed across the cascading waters toward the shoreline. Dewey, shouting between gasping breaths, lunged at her ankles and succeeded in tripping her face down into the water. He stepped forward and, clutching the rising mermaid as she turned to get up, proceeded to dunk her under again and again as she repeatedly cursed insults. "You big roughneck!"